Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Promulgating text 13, text 14 and text 15 of chapter 15, the Pandavas retire timely of first canto creation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 13. Tatraiva me viharto bhujadanda yugamama gandiva lakshana marati vadhaya devaha sendraha shrita yadanu bhavita majamedha tena hamdya mushitah purushena bhumna. When I stayed for some days as a guest in the heavenly planets, all the heavenly demigods, including King Indradev, took shelter of my arms, which were marked with the Gandiv bow, to kill the demon named Nivata Kavacha. O King, descendant of Ajamedha, at the present moment I am bereft of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose influence I was so powerful. The heavenly demigods are certainly more intelligent, powerful and beautiful, and yet they had to take help from Arjun because of his Gandiv bow, which was empowered by the grace of Lord Shri Krishna. The Lord is all powerful, and by his grace, his pure devotee can be as powerful as he may desire, and there is no limit to it. And when the Lord withdraws his power from anyone, he is powerless by the will of the Lord. Text 14. Yada bandhavaha kuru balabdhi mananta par meko rathena tatare aham tirya sattvam pratyarutam bahudhanam cha maya paresham tejasapadam manimayam charutam shirobhyah. The military strength of the Kauravas was like an ocean in which there dwelled many invincible existences, and thus it was insurmountable. But because of his friendship, I seated on the chariot was able to cross over it. And only by his grace was I able to regain the cows and also collect by force many helmets of the kings, which were bedecked with jewels that were sources of all brilliance. On the Kaurav side, there were many stalwart commanders like Bhishma, Drona, Kripa and Karna, and their military strength was as insurmountable as the great ocean. And yet it was due to Lord Krishna's grace that Arjun, alone sitting on the chariot, could manage to vanquish them one after another without difficulty. There were many changes of commanders on the other side, but on the Pandavas side, Arjun alone on the chariot, driven by Lord Krishna, could manage the whole responsibility of the great war. Similarly, when the Pandavas were living at the palace of Virat incognito, the Kauravas picked a quarrel with King Virat and decided to take away his large number of cows. While they were taking away the cows, Arjun fought with them incognito and was able to regain the cows along with some booty taken by force, the jewels set on the turbans of the royal order. Arjun remembered that all this was possible by the grace of the Lord. Text 15. Yo Bhishma Karna Guru Shalya Chamusha Vadabhra Rajanya Varyaratha Mandala Manditasu Agrecharo Mama Vibho Rathayutha Pana Mayurma Namsi Cha Drushasaha Ojha Archa Chata. It was he only who withdrew the duration of life from everyone, and who in the battlefield withdrew the speculative power and strength of enthusiasm from the great military phalanx made by the Kauravas, headed by Bhishma, Karna, Drona, Shalya, etc. Their arrangement was expert and more than adequate, but he, Lord Shri Krishna, while going forward, did all this. The absolute personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, expands himself by his plenary Paramatma portion in everyone's heart, and thus he directs everyone in the matter of recollection, forgetfulness, knowledge, the absence of intelligence, and all psychological activities. Bhagavad Gita 15.15. As the Supreme Lord, he can increase or decrease the duration of a living being. Thus the Lord conducted the battle of Kurukshetra according to his own plan. He wanted that battle to establish Yudhishthir as the emperor of this planet, and to facilitate this transcendental business, he killed all who were on the opposite party by his omnipotent will. The other party was equipped with all military strength, supported by big generals like Bhishma, Drona and Shalya, and it would have been physically impossible for Arjun to win the battle had the Lord not helped him by every kind of tactic. Such tactics are generally followed by every statesman, even in modern warfare, but they are all done materially by powerful espionages, military tactics and diplomatic maneuvers. But because Arjun was the Lord's affectionate devotee, the Lord did all this himself without personal anxiety by Arjun. That is the way of the devotional service to the Lord. Thank you.